Hello everyone, thanks for joining me once again. I'm going to do a look today with one of the most recent palettes that I purchased, which is this one. Is the Spectrum Zodiac, Spectrum Collections Zodiac palette. I showed you this in my end of year beauty haul for 2019. This palette like this, nice mirror there. And these are the colors. This is an awesome palette. I have only tried like a couple. I'm gonna do a more elaborate look today. Now about this palette, see these little side pockets here? This is because the palette is fully refillable. So they are magnetized so that they don't fall, but you can take them off and replace them, okay? So first things first, I'm going to use something for my skin. This is the Oskia Get Up and Glow serum. It's a very good serum if you have had a long night, you haven't had much sleep. This is the texture. It will give you sort of an iridescent glow to the skin. It feels really, really nice. And I did a treatment in my skin last night. So because I'm going to use some glitter type of shadows, I'm going to start with the eyes as usual. And I'm going to use this Laura Mercier primer. This is in a shade called Linen, I believe. Yes, Linen. And it's kind of pink, sort of. So you can do this with your own finger or a brush if you want. I'm going to use my finger all over the lid. Okay, this product dries instantly and it gives you a very nice base. So onto the palette. I'm going to use this color here, which is the Celestial. This is a nice base and I'm going to use it with this type of paddle brush. This is the Hakuhodo brush. I will link it below. I don't know which brush number it is, but we're going to go all over the eyelid with this color. It appears that, it won't have much effect, but compare one eyelid to the other, I'm sure you can tell. Okay, I'm gonna go for this red here. It's called Red Moon. Now these colors you can use wet or dry. I'm using them dry at the moment. I have not really tested them, so I'm gonna do this in the eyelid. I think I may have not to wet it, but maybe apply it with my finger. Most definitely apply with finger, especially these colors that have glitter. That's the payoff. And if you use a brush, it's not as good. If you use a finger, you can refine, okay, with the brush. But see, finger is a lot better. So that's with my finger. I'm using this brush, which is the Suku S, to go underneath. This will frame the eye. Okay, I'm going to use this one on top. This is opaque. This is called Nebulae. The opaque ones, there's no problem applying them with an eyeshadow brush. And with this, I'm just going to use it as transition to emphasize my crease. Okay, so now I'm going to wet this slanted brush, which is an old Sonia Kashuk brush that I have, and I have had for ages. I don't even know which one it is anymore. And I'm going to go for the black. When you wet eyeshadows, try to wet just one corner, so that these are supposed to be good wet and dry, but still, you know, to preserve the eyeshadow. And I'm going to just go slightly to do some soft liner there. So just from small to a little bit larger, just do your eyeliner. I usually start in the center and move outwards. All right, well, higher, stronger eyeliner that I was hoping for, but doesn't particularly bother me. We're gonna do now the base and some cleanup underneath. There's quite a bit, actually. Yeah. On my hand, because I've been sampling there. Okay, so for my base, I'm going to mix a base for me using this palette. This is from Makeup Pro, or actually Mac Pro, the Maquillage Professionnel. Again, I got it last year. So now I'm gonna mix a base for me in this palette. This is an artist palette, I suppose. I use it like that. This is from the Beauty Blender people, actually. So I use these three colors here on the end where you see sampling, and I came up with something like that. And I'm just going to apply it. And I'm using a beauty blender. These are wax-based foundations, makeup. I mean, you can use them however you want. And they do melt into the face very nicely. Do use a base first, you know, some kind of moisturizer like the one I just put on by Oskia, and then you can just mix them in a palette and apply. I'm going to use a little bit of this concealer circle from Kryolan. I'm going to use the orange and just to tap a little underneath here, because I'm a little dark this morning for some reason. Now I have not gone crazy. You will see that this is actually a good thing in a minute. So I'm using now the Healthy Mix concealer. This is a brightening concealer. So I'm just gonna put it here, tap it. When you use a brightening concealer that has light reflection, you don't want to swipe, okay? Because otherwise, if you do that, then you take away all the good effect of the concealer. You just let it sit there for a minute, and then you can just tap. It will be a mixture of tapping and using a brush. And remember the orange that I put underneath is totally gone. And now we look a little bit more human. Okay, before I continue, I'm going to moisturize my lips. And this is the Nux Rêve de Miel. This is such an incredible texture and is so hydrating. It smells like lemon and honey. It's a little bit like sandy at the beginning when you put it on. But it's just the most incredible feeling. It's opaque, yet it moisturizes. Ideal for when you wanna, apply a creamy lipstick or one lipstick that is a little bit matte. Next, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Eye, grabbing my eye. Okay. This is the Kevyn Aucoin color, one of the best colors. And I'm using the Ico I Do mascara. This mascara, I have a love and hate relationship with it because it does move. But because I have sort of a, dark eyeliner there, I don't mind it. Now, the foundation has actually settled nicely, and I'm going to do a little bit of pinpoint concealing, and I'm going to use this by Clé de Peau. Remember, I think I have shown you before. These are samples of their concealer, which does not move. So I really, really like this concealer. I'm gonna put some lashes on, and I'm gonna use these ones, which are the Ardell Wispies. These ones are in plum. And I thought maybe the color combination here with the eyeshadow would prove interesting. So let's see. So I use the duo black. I don't mind black because, again, I have a black eyeliner there going on. But if you have any other color other than black, then you can just, use the clear one. All right, lashes on, and I think it's a nice effect. If I look down, I think you can see. And I don't know, but usually these lashes, sometimes you have to cut them. I didn't, they just fitted perfectly on my eye. I really like this applicator, which is by Velour Lashes. It's really long at the end, so you can tackle them there and adjust them. And then it has a little comb, so you can just brush through them if you need to, reshape them, make sure they mix well with yours. All right, while the lashes dry, from the same palette from Maquillage Professionnel, I'm going to use this color. Yeah, that color. Sorry, one moment here while I look for my brush. And this is this tiny ultimate cover from EcoTools, but I like how flat and dense it is, so it just fits here perfectly. And I'm gonna do a little bit of strokes here, and then we can use actually, this still has a little bit of the base that I concocted. So excellent way to mix cream blush is with your foundation tool, whether you use a brush or a if you have used also a sponge like I did here. A very nice way to mix it up. Now, once we do the lips, we may need some more, but for now we're going to leave it there. I'm going to use a very slight brush of powder, and we're going to use this one. This is from Hourglass, and it's the diffused light. And I'm just going to set it here in my forehead, a little bit on the side of my nose, down here, and maybe up here as well. A very light dusting of powder. I don't think we need that much. For my eyebrows, I'm just going to brush them. And you can brush them up and down, you know, to see how full they are. Then I'm going to use kind of a pointy eyebrow brush, which I think needs cleaning. And this is the Suku eyebrow powders. I'm going to use the mix of these two. And I'm just going to fill in. And then you can just brush up and see where you need a little bit more and just fill accordingly. I do like these bushy brows for this look. So I'm going to go back to the eyes. And I want to use one of these kind of iridescent colors. And I'm having to decipher here between this one, which is, it looks like white, but it transforms like to a lilac. This one, which is a little bit gold. I'm going to go for this constellation, okay, down here. And with a corner brush, again, this is one of those that doesn't pick up much, but, and I'm just going to do the corner. And, oh yeah. This is a very interesting color. It's gold, but it also has like greens in it, yellows. I really like it's a very complex color. Now I'm gonna go to lips now, and I'm gonna use a very bold color. It's from the Vice collection of Urban Decay, and it's called Jilted, and it's a cream. Just tracing, pretty much filling up my lips. Once you have the basic shape, you can go back and perhaps define a little bit more. We can blot. And in keeping with these kind of reddish, sort of plum type of coloring, I'm going to use the Artist Couture highlighter. This is called Supernova, and it's pink, but it has kind of a lilac sort of tone. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I think there. This Artist Couture powders, if you like highlighting, you really need to have them. But this is pretty much the look. These are my new extensions, which I really like from Easy Locks. So I will do another tutorial also in the near future with this palette, because there's some eyeshadows here that I haven't tested yet. But once again, and there with the plum eyelashes, I think looks great. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and I shall link the tools and the products I use below. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.